Welcome to our Make It Monday. My craft instead of run day. It's my fun day. My play with my glue gun day. Welcome to our Make It Monday. That's right, it is August, Make It Monday. I am your host, Holly, the lead librarian for the North Muskegon Library, and this month we are going to make doily decoupage wine bottles. You can see right here my example. It looks cute, and this is super easy. I know, I always say that, but this one is super easy. However, when doing these crafts, when I'm trying them out, there's always a Pinterest fail in there somewhere. That would be this one. It looks cute, but up close, you have all the streaks on it. I'm going to tell you how not to do that. But first, we're going to go over what we need to do this craft. First of all, obviously, wine bottles, and I'm sure since we are coming off a pandemic that we have a few of these lying around. At least I did. I'm kidding. Also, you're going to need some kind of paper doilies. These ones I ordered off of Amazon. I was able to get some at the dollar store as well. I just like these better. These were like $3 and they showed up pretty quickly. You're going to need some kind of dollar store flower that you like. I got two different kinds. I got these little things and these daisies, pair of scissors, and you're going to need either a glue that dries clear or you're going to need Mod Podge, which make sure whatever kind you get, it also dries clear. So the very first step, and I'm not going to show that on video because it takes a little bit, is you'll notice these wine bottles have no labels on them. What I did to get the labels off was just run a bucket of warm water and soak them in there, and then after they had soaked for a while, I was able to just take like a scraper and just scrape the labels right off of them. So I've got two here, depending on how many you want to make. And our step after that is going to be to create with our doilies. Now, these are like 10-inch doilies, and there's a variety of patterns you can cut them in. You see on my one example here, I had the circle cut out with the little decoration in the middle. So I'm just going to quick cut us some examples here. Now you're going to want to pay attention and just kind of follow the lines that are already provided on the doilies. So I've got one of these, and I already have one over here. And I mean, there are literally hundreds of ways that you could probably cut these doilies and make patterns with them. So just however you want it to look. I got two of them out of that one. I have two doilies stuck to that. So for the circle pattern, I just went in and I cut just around these circles. And this one took me a little bit. I'm going to try to hurry it along here so you guys don't have to watch me cut all day long. Just keep going, keep going. Almost to the middle of the circle here. Okay, and then you cut the inside of the circle out. For this one, I'm going to do a little simpler pattern just so we're not here cutting all day, but that's okay. And the nice thing about these is they come in packs of 12. So if you mess up your pattern, you still have plenty to work with. So you just keep cutting. Okay, so I've got my middle circle here. You can clean it up a little if you want to. I'm not going to. I'm happy with it. This one, instead of doing the star pattern, I'm just going to cut around that inner circle. And this is for 2 different wine bottles here. So and then I've got the circle, so that's for one. This one will go on my other one. And then I want a couple pieces of just the middle part, or maybe just one. We'll just do one. Okay, so there is what I'm going to use for one. Here's what I'm going to use for the other. So you can kind of lay it out and see if you like it before you start gluing it on. I'm going to take the rest of my doilies and put them out of the way. So I said I was going to explain how not to end up with the mess that I had with the other one. The instructions that I ran across said that you put the pieces on and then you Mod Podge over them. That's what left the streaks on the bottle. So I recommend, actually, that you take your Mod Podge. Oh, you're also going to need one of these little brushes, some kind of brush to brush it on. So you're going to lay your first bottle down, and you're just going to take it and dip your brush and just brush over it like that. And then you're going to pick it up and put it where you want on the bottle and just gently stick it down. And you're going to take your next one, pick it up and show you the first one. Okay, take your next one, do the same thing. This is my middle piece, so I'm going to take the brush, just like I did with the other one. Just brush Mod Podge over the whole back side of it. Make sure you cover the entire thing. And I'm going to take my next piece and stick it on there. Make sure you're kind of lining it up with the one below it so it's nice and even. And like I said, just gently push on it. Take your third one and get the Mod Podge on there. And yes, you're going to get a little Mod Podge on your hands. That's okay. So I'm going to take my other one and stick it on the bottle and gently push it down. And then I'm going to take my final little piece that I want at the top and same thing. Brush a layer of Mod Podge over it. And I'm going to stick it right to the top there. I got a piece hanging out there. And don't worry if there's a little streak here or there, it will dry. Make sure you don't have any bumps in it that are going to be sticking up. And then all you have to do once you get it on there is just wait for it to dry. And then you have your pattern on there. Then all you have to do is add your flower elements. What I do when I get these, I don't leave them on the stalk like this. This one I did. So I just stuck that one in there, but the daisies I cut off because I didn't want 2 different leaf colors going on there. And these generally cut with just a regular pair of scissors. So you just snip them off. So I'm going to take a couple of those. I'm going to slide the green leaves off. I'm going to spread these out a little bit like I have on the other one. Right now, the dollar store has all of their fall colors coming out. I kind of wanted a yellow-white look to mine, so you just spin the bottle around and stick them in at intervals. And kind of arrange them however you think looks best. Let me get that one there. And you have your first completed one. I see this one is slightly off. The good thing is, if you catch anything that's a boo-boo, you can usually slide it before it dries. So that is our first one. Then we're going to quickly go through and do our second one, which is just as easy. I'm going to take those, push them out of the way. So I have the bigger piece here. Same thing. I'm going to lay it down. I actually have two pieces here. So in case you want to do patterns on both sides of the bottle, you can do that. I think we might do that for here just to see what it looks like. So go over it with Mod Podge. And like I said, make sure you're getting the entire thing with the Mod Podge. Don't leave any edges uncovered because you're going to need it to stick on there. Okay. And we're going to pick it up and stick it to our bottle. And like I said, don't worry if there's a little smudge here or there because it's going to dry clear. Got a piece of my hair in there. Oops. And just gently push it down. The reason you're also gently pushing it down is just in case it has any little pop-ups here or there. Then I'm going to take my middle piece, same thing, lay it down, brush it with the Mod Podge, pick it up, center it right in the middle. His hair stuck to me. Move it over just a little bit. I'll kind of eyeball it to make sure it's in the center. That's what that one looks like. So you can make some really cute patterns with this. This one I am just going to leave the just daisies for this one, but I'm still going to cut them off just so it doesn't bundle in one place. Okay. Once. Oh, goodness. And like I said, because they're not all stuck, you can kind of spread them out more. So there you have just your daisy one and your regular one. So that's one, then two, and three, and that's all wine bottles and paper doilies, and they look super cute. You can put real flowers in there. I've not tried it with an actual real doily, but I'm sure it would probably work too. So it is as easy as that to make these. The most time you're going to invest is with the cutting and with the soaking labels off the wine bottles. So that is it for this month. We are going to have another fall session full of crafts for everybody. We're working on our newsletter right now. We still do have time for summer reading. If you haven't signed up for that, it runs through August 21st, and you can log everything that you've read since June 14th. So there's plenty of time to still participate. We will see you next time. Thank you for joining me.